I'm with Rocco Florio, founder of AirPro Heating and Cooling. Rocco, what's your philosophy for AirPro?
Well, Larry, our philosophy of AirPro is that we want to do it right the first time. So many consumers get involved with heating and air conditioning companies, and these heating and air conditioning companies do residential and commercial out of the same business. We strictly cater to that residential customer. So we want to cater to that customer that wants residential equipment serviced promptly, installed by residential installers, serviced by residential service techs.
You have made the statement that you can save your customers 20 to 30%. How's that possible?
When we purchase equipment, we buy at such high volume that we buy it anywhere from 10 to 15% less than the competition can, because we're putting in thousands of jobs a year, just not hundreds of jobs a year.
I can't tell you how excited my wife and I were when your team came to our home to install our new heating and cooling system. Go through what takes place when someone changes out their air conditioning and furnace unit.
Well, what happens is when we come into your home, our trucks are all equipped with the duct machinery on it, so that we're doing this job in a day like your house rather than days. So we make the ductwork custom to your home by using our bending machines and our seamers and stuff. So everything's sealed. We use no canvas expanders in our installations. We use strictly all ductwork from the top of the ductwork that's going through the house down to the furnace transitions.
And the other thing in this region, a lot of people have old homes, old heating systems. You can save people a lot of money with a more efficient setup.
Oh yes, the average home today has probably a 60 or 70% efficient furnace in it. Today we're putting in 95 to 98% efficient furnace. Those furnace savings, and we actually have a calculator that we show you exactly how much money you save during our presentation, where you can save anywhere from 20 to 50% on your operational cost annually.
So there's no obligation and no cost if someone wants an estimate?
All our estimates are free in-home estimates. We come out, we do a planning specialist comes out and determines what you need. We do load calculations to determine the sizing you need.
And depending on the time of the year, you should periodically have checkups anyway.
Oh yes, we have specials all the time on cleaning checks on your furnace or air conditioner.
What are some of the common mistakes that people make when making a decision to purchase a new system?
Well, what I'd like to say is you didn't buy it from AirPro Heating and Cooling, but the biggest mistake they make is probably getting one estimate or dealing with the same company they dealt with for years. And what happens is they call them, they come out, they give them an estimate, and they figure that's what the going rate is. Well, that isn't always the case. But we find out after the fact that customer ends up calling us lots of times and finding out, they just saved themselves 20 to 30% of what they would have paid from the guy that's been servicing their equipment for years.
I got an idea. Call someone you know. Call AirPro Heating and Cooling. It's a Lennox kind of day. He made that up. Ryan Henning joins us, a sales specialist at AirPro. Ryan, when we make the call to AirPro to get an estimate, take us through that process.
Well, you call AirPro, and usually someone in the office will set you up with an appointment, depending on the area you're in, and then we'll set up a time to come out when you can be home, or the chief decision makers, and do a full evaluation of your system and figure out your needs and where you want to go from there.
And then once I decide, and I know you have the best prices, how long will it take to get my new system?
Well, typically we can expect turnaround 7 to 10 days. If there's emergency situations, we're very good at getting guys to work overtime and come out and get furnaces in if you need something within 24 to 48 hours.
So that process in the home usually takes how long? To take out a unit and put the new one in?
Well, if we're looking at a furnace replacement, it could be as quickly as half a day. So sometimes we'll do 2 in a day that are in relatively the same area, and that's another way we keep our costs down and get to everybody in an orderly fashion.
But it's usually a one-day process for an individual's home.
Yes, it's usually a one-day process. We do all of our ductwork right on site. Our trucks are like moving sheet metal shops. They pull up right to your home, and the crew chief is equipped with the knowledge he needs to make custom equipment right on site, cutting down time and costs. We don't have to go back and forth and get everything done in one day.
I assume you take care of all the cleanup.
They do take care of all the cleanup. We like to leave no trace. Leave it cleaner than it was before we found it, so that you're not stuck with anything afterwards, and you're satisfied with AirPro, and you continue to refer us to other people. And
all right, how long can I expect my new unit? I made the purchase at AirPro. How long can I expect it to last?
That's a commonly asked question. You know, a lot of times people call and they want to know how long can I expect my furnace to last, and a lot of times my answer is it depends on how well it's maintained. You know, you wouldn't go 4 years without getting an oil change or an inspection on your vehicle. We feel you should treat your furnace or air conditioning the same way. We have maintenance programs and maintenance agreements you can set up to come out once or twice a year to maintain the equipment, do diagnostic checks, make sure everything's working the way it's supposed to be working, and that's the best way to maximize the life and longevity of your system.